Events today jeopardized diplomatic efforts when North Korean armor encountered a so-called self-healing minefield while attempting to withdraw from the area.
North Korean forces were adequately cautioned that self-healing minefields along the DMZ should not be considered cleared obstacles. We're back at the brink of war, and now we find out it is the Japanese?
The Japanese are allies.
I don't care if they're the Christmas elves. They sank the Walsh.
We don't know that their government was involved.
We know Admiral Otomo was involved, and we know where the gentleman is. We have to go in now, immediately.
The fact is, we don't know how far the conspiracy goes. If Otomo's actions are sanctioned by the Japanese government, then the only solution is military. But if he's acting alone...
Your man again?
He's already in position.
Send him in.
The State Department has lost contact with all of the U.S. officers who work at the Kokubo Sosho with the Japanese Self-Defense Force. It looks like the SDF have taken them prisoner, and they're refusing to answer our calls. In typical fashion, the Japanese are circling their wagons. Either they're afraid to admit they've lost control of Otomo, or they're actually sanctioning him. If that's the case, we'll have to come clean with North Korea, which will spark a massive war in Asia. If not, we need to find out what our officers know, and figure out what to do about Otomo before North Korea finds out what's going on.
Sam, even if the Japanese government is not sanctioning him, Otomo still clearly has the capacity to strike. If he's still in control of the information arm of the SDF, you'll need to deal with him very carefully. There's no telling what kind of havoc he could unleash.
Last contact we had with any U.S. personnel in the Kokubo Sosho was a fragment of a phone call from Major Harper, a logistics advisor to GSDF. From the sounds of the call, the room he was in was raided by Japanese troops and he was taken prisoner. It doesn't sound like anyone has been killed, and if there's any hope of maintaining peaceful relations with the Japanese, you're going to have to keep it that way.
Great. So no pressure. None at all. Thanks, Redding. So hello and welcome back to Let's Play Splinter Cell Chaos Theory with me, Grey Hunter, where we are doing the final mission, which is a raid into the Japanese Self-Defense Force HQ to find out whether or not Otomo has actually been sanctioned by his government. We're not allowed to kill anybody in this. Like the displaced officers, if you kill somebody, Lambert will immediately end the mission, so don't do that. And like always, we will be taking the stealth loadout, because Redding's recommendation is only good for that one particular mission. So I will just cut the video here, and I will rejoin you when we're actually on the ground.
Fisher, I can't stress this enough. If one Japanese soldier dies, we risk World War III. Any fatalities and I abort the mission immediately.
I understand.
Locate our officers and find out what the hell is going on there.
I'll find them.
It's okay, Lambert. We know not to kill anybody. We got it. Less than lethal. So first things first is we want to turn this on so we can go through here and make our way into the building proper. So this mission can be quite difficult. It's not difficult because of people, strangely enough. It's difficult because of the computers and the cameras. I don't like this mission. I mean, like, I thought I didn't like the bathhouse. I really don't like this particular mission. I mean, like, it's kind of fun, because there's a lot of places that you can go, and there's a lot of ways to get to your objectives and all that sort of stuff. But it's not fun because of the hacking minigames that are very, very difficult, and because of cameras that fix themselves really, really, really quickly. It's not a particularly fun mission when it comes to those things. As I found out in my practice runs, this mission, more than the bathhouse almost, if you're not playing with quick saves, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt you a lot. You're just gonna be, going, why, God, why? For reference, I put about 10, 15 hours into recording the bathhouse mission. Just getting it right. For this mission, I've already spent more than that. I'd go maybe 20 hours worth of trying to record it. This mission only goes for about 25-30 minutes. Do the math. So we just want to be careful in this particular area because that guy who came out of the bathroom, he, well, stops in front of the vent, and if you're too close, he can notice you. But also, there's a mirror, so you don't want to follow too close behind him. Bad things will occur if you do follow too closely. So you just want to mosey on through this way. Unfortunately, this particular room has this lovely little patch of darkness that you can go through. So there's a computer over there that we want to hack, but we're not going to hack it right now. We have more important business to attend to, which is getting to our offices.
Well, it's not like anybody would be crazy enough to bust in here. This is the easiest job in the world.
Who'd be crazy enough to bust in here? So we'll just wander on past him, and behind this decorative art piece of whatever it is. And we'll just turn you off.
Supposed to do that, is it?
Nope. Up we go, Sam.
6 weeks out of a warranty, and bam! The thing starts screwing up.
Being very well behaved with this, Sam. Usually you give me a bit more trouble. Not that I'm complaining. Alrighty. So here we are, we bypass the need to use either the lift or the stairs, and we can actually go as fast as we like up here. They can't get to us. They can hear us alright, but they can't actually get to us to go, hey, look, it's an intruder. So you could theoretically go at full speed along here. You'd wake up the neighbors, but, you know, they can't actually get to you and identify you, so you wouldn't have a problem. But this is our immediate goal. Enter this scroll space, and head on down this way. So this vent will actually deposit us right next to where our officers are. Technically above them, but close enough.
You stay in this room and keep quiet.
We didn't say anything.
Keep it that way. I have orders not to shoot you, but I have orders not to let you escape. Let's not find out which order is more important.
We're not soldiers. We're just desk jockeys. We're perfectly comfortable here.
And no going to the bathroom.
Okay, fine. We can hold it. We'll be right here.
Yes, you will.
So that's a very grim Japanese man. You can't even go to the toilet. So let's just head over this way. We don't want to go too quickly because we want to give him time to get out of here. He should be out of the room. I made the mistake in a few practice runs of going a little bit too quickly, and he noticed, and yeah, bad news. You also don't want to go too close to the left, because if you go too close to the left, there is a camera, and it will see you, so just stay in the plants, and then press up against this pillar. Oops. Hello?
Hey, you're American.
Maybe, but I'm not here to rescue you.
That's okay. We're not really hostages anyway.
What's going on?
Not too sure. SDF rounded up all the U.S. personnel and locked us up. We saw some generals and ministers being brought in earlier.
Where did they go?
Into the war room in the sub-level.
The doors to the lower levels are sealed.
A captain was just up here looking for combat-ready volunteers to go down there. Maybe the doors are open now.
Perfect timing. Somebody will come for you later.
Sam, we need to record everything that happens in that meeting so we can present it to the Joint Chiefs.
It would speed things up if you'd let me remove some of the threats.
Forget it, Fisher. Until we know who the enemy is, there is no enemy. No enemy means no kills. Deal with it.
Okay, fine. Gosh. He acts like we haven't made it through most of the game being less than lethal. So you can't actually go back the way you came, as far as I know, but that's okay, because there's actually a better way to go, and it leads you directly to where you want to be anyway. So if we just go through here, there was a guy up here, oh there he is, but he's not going to notice us when we do this. Jump, jump, jump. Oh looky, here's the door that we were at before. Now, that computer is the one that we want to hack, as I mentioned, so let's see if the RNG is going to be nice to us. 6840, huh? How about that? Less than lethal ammunition is in. I'll show you our new ammo tonight whenever you're ready. If I'm not in the storeroom, you can find me with the servers. The code's 1945. Excellent. Now, is our friend going to be standing behind us when we go around this corner? Nope. Good. We'll turn these lights off and head down this way.
Fisher, from the looks of it, these guards are LTL equipped.
Less than lethal. Why?
There's only one reason I can think of that they'd issue them to combat troops. They'll want to interrogate anyone they catch.
Well, I'm not the talkative type.
They actually will capture you if they notice you and shoot you with their guns. They capture you instead of killing you. And you do get interrogated. You can escape, but then everyone's on alert. Now that might seem like he noticed us. He didn't. He noticed that the light was off. He just happened to be looking in our direction, and because of the angle that he was standing at, it looked like he noticed us. He didn't. So we'll turn off that camera. And come on, recharge. Let's get by. There we go. All is good. Now we have to capture one of these two guys to get into the next section. I guess you could just hack the retinal scanner, but I don't really like doing that. It's very finicky, and I find that it's easier just to do this.
This thing is a mess.
Good evening. Oh, his friend didn't head down this way. Intriguing. Usually his friend is standing down here by now. That's okay. We can work with it. We'll just hang out here for a moment while his friend decides whether or not he's going to continue on his patrol path. His patrol path leads him down here into the bathroom that's around the corner. So ideally, we'd like him to pass by, then we'll choke this guy out. There he is. Then we'll catch up to him, capture him, interrogate him, and use him to open the retinal scanner. Come on. Off you go.
All personnel are reminded to shred unnecessary hard copies of all documents prior to incineration.
I like how we're just standing here with this guy. Nothing wrong with it, you know. It's just how we be. Come on, friendly man. Come back out. I can hear him moving. There he is. Pay no attention to the green lights. Alright, there we go. Sleepy time. And here we go. Good evening to you, sir.
Nice toy. What kind of ammo does it use?
How about you let me go, and I'll show you.
Don't get smart.
Okay. It's some kind of shock round. Electric.
Interesting. You have any extra?
It's not like you can shake me and make my ammo fall on the floor to pick up.
You're awfully flippant for someone with a knife to his throat.
All right. I think they keep some extras in the storeroom.
Thank you very much. We're not going to be going and grabbing them, but, you know, it's the information that counts.
Retrieve them from the front security desk.
And we'll just bring him over here. There's nobody left in this section to find him, but you know, if you're going to be a secret agent in someone else's house, you should clean up after yourself. Have some manners, damn it. So just grab him and place him under the stairs. You sleep quietly now. And because we used him on the retinal scanner, the door stays open, so we can just go straight on through. Perfect. So we saved ourselves one hack there. There's one more to go. There would have been two if we hadn't got the computer upstairs. But this is the one that we're going to do. 1945. There's a hacking section in the very end of the mission. And I've got the night vision on, even though it's brightly lit in here, because there's cameras inside, and they're infrared cameras, so you want to be able to see where the beam is. You might have just seen the remnants of one of the beam just slide by. So there we go. I'm just waiting until they've gone past before I open the door, because they can see you through the door if you're not standing far enough away. Yeah. Oops. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this camera off, hurry on over to this computer, beep boop, get behind here, wait for that to go over us, and get the hell out. Perfect. Now, I would usually shut the doors behind us, because, you know, they get alerted to things being open when they shouldn't be. In this particular case, I'm going to ignore that rule, because those cameras are very, very quick, and if you're standing in front of the glass, they can still see you. Which makes sense, I suppose, but it's very irritating to me. Very irritating indeed. Actually, we can leave that camera alone, it's all the way down the other end. So just head on through here. Now, this door wasn't open before. You have to use the servers to open it.
Fisher, GPS shows you're nearing the war room. Intelligence says it's a Tempest-hardened cube. The only way you'll be able to record what's going on in there is to find some way inside.
Tempest hardening might keep out electronic intruders, but I'm betting the room isn't airtight.
Probably not.
Definitely not. So hopefully you guys will be able to see. I might actually have to turn down the brightness for this particular section, but there's a camera up there and it also is infrared, which can be an issue. So what we want to do is we want to turn it off, like so. And then we're going to sit underneath it until it starts working again. Because where we want to go is right over there. You got to judge this bit right as well. Okay, go, go, go. Nice. If you miss, that's going to be very bad for you.
Sam, I've got some details on the building's infrastructure. This vent should come out directly over the war room.
I'll try and laser mic the meeting from there.
Good. We'll let you know when we have enough to make the Joint Chiefs happy.
I don't know why they were getting a bit antsy. You might have heard them just going on about how somebody was moving around. I don't know what they heard, but...
Yes.
Gotcha.
Sir, here's Admiral Otomo.
Admiral, what is the meaning of this?
You will repeal the post-war constitution. You will order the immediate remilitarization of Japan and return control of our nation to the order of the Emperor. The United States will support this act politically and militarily to release themselves from further financial and military obligations, thereby concluding our relationship in Asia.
This is impossible. Even if we repeal the Constitution, the Emperor would never...
The Emperor will do what the military tells him! I am not an unreasonable man. These efforts will take time. I have faith in your honor and prudence. So I give you 96 hours.
96? The people will never allow it.
If in 4 days these demands are not met, I will initiate the launch of a North Korean ballistic missile and sacrifice a Japanese city of my choosing. Regrettably, this will kill millions, but it will steal the will of the people if your appeals cannot. For the sake of your honor, and for the sake of Japan, I plead with you, do not force my hand in this matter.
That's it. He caught the signal.
My God.
Good God, Fisher. That confirms it. Otomo has been manipulating the Japanese government the entire time.
At least
That
they're not
bastard.
sanctioning his actions. What's the next step? How do we stop Otomo?
If we're lucky, we might not have to.
What do you mean?
Grim?
I'm worried about that general, Fisher. He's been awfully quiet working on his laptop. Access it from here. Let's see what he's planning.
Will do.
Scanny, scanny. You don't actually have to hack anything.
Can we retake the command center?
Affirmative. Ronan in position. Waiting for the word.
We have another choice.
Ronan, you are go. I'll repeat. You are go. Affirmative. Opening. Code's been changed. Hack it. Back. Come on, open the door. Just about. Got it. Back up. Pretty can clear. Go. Clear, clear, clear. We're in the tube. Watch your fire in there, Roland. Affirmative. Form up. Keep it tight. Watch your angle.
So as you can hear, it's not going so well for Ronan.
Ronan! Ronan! Come in, Ronan!
Yeah.
Oh, come in! Ronan! Up! Ronan is locked. We're done!
The Admiral again, sir. Admiral, we...
Fool! You waste your time to steal like a dog. If you are unable to act honorably, then I will force you to act. You will not
I was hoping that might make him louder.
of the people. After North Korea destroys one of our cities, you will know which one when it is annihilated.
My God. We are doomed. We cannot do that. We cannot tell the Americans. It cannot fail. He has lost his mind.
Good lord. Otomo
So,
is
yeah.
going to launch a North Korean missile at his own country.
What's the time frame?
Could be hours, could be minutes. Get down there and destroy his servers.
What about extraction?
If you can't take out those servers before Otomo forces a launch, there won't be any reason to extract.
And if I do
Pretty
take
much.
out the servers?
We'll make that part up as we go.
That's half a plan if I've ever heard one.
Yep. Sorry, Sam, but you're on your own for this. Damn. So we have to turn this camera off. And it can be very, very finicky to get. Aha!
Did you hear that?
Doesn't matter what you heard, boys. I'm in darkness. So they'll hopefully just stay over there for a second. Come on. Oh, you better not. You better not come over here. Turn around. Go away. Yeah, that's right. Fuck off. I like how they just walk around each other like that. Now, where are you going? This should be the point where you turn back around and go off. Yeah, there we go. And we make our escape. Alright, so that was the last camera we had to deal with, thank God. Now, we head downstairs.
I just
Bottom
got
floor,
off the
please.
horn with the Joint Chiefs. I'm lifting the non-lethal mission parameter. Fifth freedom with everyone except Otomo.
You're kidding me.
We need to capture him alive. His profile is pretty clear. He won't lie to a war crimes tribunal in the face of the evidence. It would offend his sense of honor.
You need him to take responsibility so the rest of Japan is off the hook with North Korea.
Exactly. If Otomo dies, we're right back at square one. Bring him in breathing.
Okay, fine. So as you can see, we're going underwater. How pretty. Unfortunately for us, the elevator is not going to get us all the way down.
They're sending another assault team. Cut the power to the elevators!
Alright, so you can get down from here. It's not difficult. But you want to be really, really careful that you don't miss
Fisher,
one of these handholds.
North Korea just contacted NORAD and the president. They report that they've lost control of a launch facility. They can't abort, and they're not sure that they can destroy the missile on time.
How long?
They say 3 minutes until it's away.
I think I can reach the server in time.
Hurry up!
I can. So we just gotta wait for these guys to go away. Come on, shove off. I have places to be. Things to do. And you want to slow right down for this bit, because you can go past these wall mines without turning them off. It's entirely possible. But you need to slow right down. Otherwise you will turn them off. And then you'll want to put on your thermals. Oops. No, turn Sam. Because there's lasers here. If you go past them and don't touch them, a turret won't pop out further down the way. If you touch them and you're quick enough, you can deactivate the turret with your OCP. But why would you deactivate the turret when you can avoid it completely? Okay, so far so good. Got just under 2 minutes until the missile is away. If we head over this way, we can bypass everybody who is in here ready to be a welcoming committee, including another turret. So we'll just sneak on by in our sneaky shoes. And this is the last hack that we have to do. You actually don't have to do the hack at all if you don't want to, but we might as well try. Come on. There we go. Oh, I missed apparently. 9140. I missed again.
They say 60 seconds until it's away.
Okay, thank you, Lambert. There we go.
Good thinking, Fisher.
Fortunately, you can't set off the
What's
alarm.
going on in this place can only help.
Absolutely.
Hence why I wasn't worried about, clicking out in time. You don't have to worry about it now. The alarm's already gone. And doing anything that would usually set off alarms, not really that big of a deal. So we're gonna make it out. It's fine, Lambert. I just want to get in here before I did it.
Thank God, Fisher. That aborted the launch.
Yeah, but I think
Because once you do that,
Get through
everyone
them,
turns
Fisher.
around.
Then bring in Otomo alive.
My pleasure.
So when we get over to here, you'll see. Okay, good. That didn't alert them. When we get over here, you'll see that everybody turned around to face the other way. That was officially the last set of people that we had to deal with and escape.
What have you done, American?
Give it up.
Well.
Admiral. It's over.
You think that I will surrender to you? You think that I will allow your people to strip me of my dignity? Throw me in chains? No, I think not. My people have endured your charming oppression for more than 60 years.
You say tomato.
Americans, always turning to their jokes when their hearts are full of fear. And you should be afraid. I may be defeated, but I am a man, and ideas are stronger than men. You may even prevent this war, American, but the dragon has awoken, and he will not be so easily sedated this time.
So yeah. Serious business.
Now what?
I think someone is taking himself a bit too seriously.
We can't afford to let him die, Fisher. Get in there and stabilize him. Fast.
Okay, we're moving, Lambert. So we don't have to worry about noise anymore, so we'll just crank it up to full speed. There we go. And we'll just quickly head on over to him. Otomo, you can't die! Save Otomo. And he's immediately stabilized just by taking the
Good work,
knife out.
Fisher. He's stable, but we still have to get him out of there. You're going to have to blast your way out.
We're over 100 feet underwater.
You're not pressurized, Fisher. It will be a shock, but you won't get the bends.
Next time, you're going on the mission and I'm making up the crazy plan.
Yes, please. So place the charge. And get the hell out of the blast zone. So you want to be way, way, way back over here near the hatch where you came in, because if you're not, the blast will kill you. There we go. And now you don't have to move at all. You're all good. Once you've opened it up, you are free. Now hopefully this won't crash the recording. It should be okay.
Admiral Otomo, former head of the Japanese Information Self-Defense Force, made a surprise confession today on the witness stand at the Hague War Crimes trial. Otomo openly admitted conspiring to instigate war between the Koreas and the United States, claiming that In other news, China's ambassador to the United States, Long Dan, received the Nobel Peace Prize today for his efforts in defusing the Korean conflict. President Bowers today addressed the nation following the crisis that brought us to the brink of war.
Finally, I want to take a moment to thank those unsung heroes in the intelligence community, who may very well have saved our nation and the world from certain disasters.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The boss seems happy. How about that raise?
They're cutting us back. You'll have to settle for a vacation.
Yeah, right.
Vacations. Good joke, Lambert. Ah ha ha. So yeah, everything wrapped up nicely. Long Dan got his Nobel Peace Prize for, being a good guy. We completed our mission, and we got what? Bonus objective, we accessed the ISDF server. Well done us. We contacted the detained American officers. We didn't kill anybody. We recorded the meeting. We gained access to the war room and recorded the meeting in it, obviously. We gained access to the general's laptop to find out what their doomed plan was. We crippled the servers, and we captured Otomo alive. How did we do? 100%. Aw, yes. And overall, that is a beautiful thing. Final rating, 100% on expert. Go team. Go team. So let's see if this crashes the recording when we go to the credits. Nope. Okay, awesome. So, that was the conclusion to Let's Play Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. I liked it. I really like Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory is pretty much my favorite Splinter Cell game, closely followed by Blacklist, of all things. I mean, I like the original Splinter Cells. And the original Splinter Cells are very, very good, but they're also very dated, and I'm talking about the ones that I could actually get to work on my computer. So, before the people who actually like Splinter Cell like I do go, "Oh my god, you bastard, you can't say Blacklist is good." I'm saying that of the ones I can play, Chaos Theory, then Blacklist. I like the story. The story's very, very good. Apart from the technical jargon that they seem to have just kind of made up as they went. But then again, that's something that the Splinter Cell series has always done. I point you to Blacklist in that particular regard. The story isn't too bad. I mean, I like the idea, because for once, it's a real spy story, like a spy story. And it's got good pacing. There's 10 missions. Technically 11, I guess, if you count Soul as 2 separate parts. There's 10 missions, and they're all very fluid. There's no real sense of being forced into a particular path. There's very, very few moments where you didn't really know what was going on. There was an advantage to having played the previous Splinter Cells, because you would know who Zerkasi was and who Mass was, all that sort of stuff, but you didn't really miss out on all that much if you hadn't played previous games. So I appreciated that. That was really, really good. Shetland being the bad guy was one of those things where you could kind of pick it if you played Splinter Cell games previously, because of the references to the Philippines and Pandora Tomorrow being the previous game where Shetland showed up and was involved in stuff and things, which I don't really want... I mean, the games are really old, but I don't really want to spoil it for people who go, oh, Chaos Theory seemed like fun, I'll go back and play the original Splinter Cells. So basically, all in all, story was cool. Story was amazing. I liked the way that everything was implemented. I especially liked the knife, and that you cut through materials now. That's really, really cool. I mean, you can do that in Blacklist as well. I don't think you could do it in Double Agent, and you didn't have a knife in Conviction. You just beat people to death with your Jack Bauer fists. But I liked that you were able to cut through materials and open up new ways to get into different places. That was really kind of cool. I wasn't too pleased because there's a split jump feature that you can do. And it's cool. It's really cool. But there's only 2 or 3 places that I could find in the entire game where you could do it, and none of them were particularly practical. There's one in the... I like how there's a Prince of Persia thing in there. Oh, looks like the credits are just about done, actually. So I guess I'll wrap up by saying that I really, really like the game. It's fantastic. You should totally play it. And see if you can find more places you can do split jumps. I could only find 3. I'll probably detail where they were in the description. If you can find more, go for it. Find them. Tell me where they are. I want to split jump.